It's midnight in Washington, and the leader of the free world isn't sleeping. Somewhere across the ocean, in the streets of Tehran, new billboards have gone up overnight. They don't show slogans about oil or sanctions. They show faces: his wife, his daughter, his son-in-law painted in blood-red letters beside them, "Get ready to die." One shows him drowning, sinking, gasping in a sea of crimson. Another shows a hat splattered in red. This isn't a movie poster. This is real. This is happening right now in the middle of a war that started with strikes and promises of victory, and it's turned into something far messier than anyone in that White House wanted to admit. So what does a president do when his own family's faces are staring back at him from enemy billboards? Late that night, the world got its answer. Not a statement, not a briefing, not a call to allies. Instead, a string of posts, a demotional video for his own coin. The word, draconian, drop with no context. A repost from a random account about a SAVE Act. Small things distracted things, while somewhere else, service members were nursing traumatic brain injuries that his own administration was quietly calling minor concussions. There's no such thing as a minor concussion when a missile hits your barracks. That's not a talking point, that's a diagnosis, and somebody decided to soften it before it reached the public. Meanwhile, the numbers tell their own story. 18 dead in 4 months. He compared it favorably to 20 years and 2,000 dead in another war most Americans would rather forget. He wanted credit for that math, applause even, but numbers on a slide don't capture a soldier's family getting a knock on a door, or a widow learning to say was instead of is. And while all this unfolds, cameras catch him at the World Cup, smiling for photos, making the moment about himself, as if the war back home would simply wait its turn. Out at sea, it's not waiting. The el-Mandeb Strait, one of the most important shipping lanes on Earth, has effectively been shut down. Saudi tankers are stuck, rerouted, stalled. This was supposed to be smooth sailing, a favor traded for a favor, because somewhere behind closed doors, promises were made to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. And now, almost like clockwork, a nuclear deal has been signed. A civilian program, they say, though the door to uranium enrichment is cracked open just enough to make people nervous. Business and geopolitics tangled together, while missiles fly and shipping lanes choke. And through it all, the deflections keep coming. Ask about accountability, and you get a shrug about how nobody's ever really gotten to the bottom of the big questions in history. Ask about a base in Jordan getting hit, and it becomes a little thing that slipped through. Small words for big consequences. Meanwhile, halfway around the world, someone is designing another billboard, choosing the reddest paint they can find, hanging another family photo above a threat. This is the story of a war that never got the full attention it demanded. Not from the man steering it, and maybe not from the country watching it unfold in fragments between headlines. It's the story of billboards built from rage, casualties measured in comparisons instead of names, and a president caught between global consequences and late-night posts about a coin. Somewhere in that gap between the battlefield and the group chat, something got lost. Maybe accountability. Maybe just the moment to stop and really see what was happening. The billboards are still standing tonight. The Strait is still jammed. The deal is still signed. And somewhere in Washington, the lights are probably still on past midnight. Because when the world is unraveling this fast, sleep is the first casualty nobody talks about.